welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is StrangerPalooza. This...
And I'm Lola.
Oh, do you remember this time?
What do you mean do I remember this time? You're saying this, like I'm a thing.
This is Lola Strange. This is Lola Strange.
Sure.
Yeah, you are a thing. Pretty young thing. Pretty young thing. Does that make you happy, Lola? All right. Today, we are actually doing a van swap. Very cool. It's all about the Coachman Galleria, the 2025 Coachman Galleria 24A. Lola and I, of course, are Coachman brand ambassadors for Class B. Mm-hmm. We own a Class B Coachman. It is, what do we have? A 2021
Ford
Coachman
Transit.
Beyond. Yeah, it's
Beyond.
on a Ford Transit. And of course the Galleria, which you guys will see here in a second, is on the Sprinter. It's a 170 extended Mercedes Sprinter.
So pretty much the biggest B van you can get if you need more room.
Yeah, that is a B, not a B plus or anything like that. So if you were gonna try to live in it full time, you're gonna spend a lot of time in it, you know, you want room. The 24A, we could have pretty much, we had a few choices when it came to Coachman and the Galleria, but I chose the Galleria 24A to borrow. We did it for like a week so we can bookend 2 weekends. And I'm gonna share all that stuff with you guys here in this video. Just lock in. Look, the sun is coming up. So I don't know if you could, right there, that little orange thing right there is the sun,
glow.
Lola. Have you ever seen that before?
Oh, right.
So anyway, we're gonna get into all of that, but let's start here. We're actually,
I know.
where is this place?
This is
Carl Gray Park.
Carl Gray Park.
Look at that. We are in Panama City.
Yes.
Right now, Florida. We are in the Gulf of Strange. Okay, Gulf of America or Gulf of Mexico, whatever floats your boat. We are here. This is the Gulf right here.
Yeah.
Right? It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, we just drove over that bridge right
That
there.
was the Hathaway Bridge. That
Yeah,
I remember.
we just drove over that bridge. We were on the other side of that bridge watching the sun come up, and Lola was mad at me because I've been trying to strategize all the...
Oh, you guys, you'll see all the attempts we made to
trying to get
sunrises and sunsets 2 weekends in a row.
You have officially seen a sunrise, Lola Strange. Look at that. Sunrise.
Pretty
That would be east,
right.
and that would be west.
Right, mister, with my calculations of my sense of direction.
Yeah, you saw this sun come up over this bridge. You're welcome. You are welcome.
Wrong side of the bridge, but okay.
Yeah, it's not so easy doing sunset, sunrise photography, but that's east. So, I think you're trying to get down.
Mile, slight right.
You're trying to get down to this, to that parking over there in that college.
Yeah, I've been saying that from the time we got here.
Oh, well,
and you won't listen to me.
you.
Just won't listen to me.
You won't listen to me. I done been told you. So there's some kind of university right here.
St. George's College.
St. George's College. Thank you, Lola. I knew that. I was just testing you to see if you were aware of what this place is called. So this is a cool place. You still would not have seen the sun come up, by the way.
Yes, you would have.
Do you see the sun somewhere here?
You would have parked over there facing the direction where the sun did come up.
Right.
Which is what I've told you. But whatever. Go up
the
here.
sun's coming up right here. Look at that. There's your sun. Look. Look at it. I'm driving right into it right now.
Straight ahead.
Right now. Just turn around. There's your sun. Well, this is still cool. This is still a cool area here. I've never been here before. And I think can we drive in here?
Make your way over.
Your destination is on the left.
Yeah, we should
Right here.
Yeah, we should be able to pull in here. Yeah, see how the sun's coming up like that? I mean, you know. not super but this is beautiful. Regardless of where the sun is coming up, that I done been told you. Yeah, a lot of times it's spent. But Lola, hey Lola, you wanted to see the beach, right?
Well, this is.
Look, there's sand. This is officially,
yeah.
there's sand
This is a little inlet.
and there's water. Go, you want to touch it and
Well,
then
we
we
did
can
actually
do this
see
video?
The beach. We've gone to the beach a couple of times.
Yeah, we have. Okay. I just don't want you trying to tell people that I didn't let you, you know, go to the beach or anything like that.
Okay, it's not about you, Hank Strange.
It's very nice.
About
It's
you.
very early. It's like 6 something in the morning here. Let's talk about the Coachman Galleria and why I chose it, right? Why I chose the 24A. Let's go take a look at it. Okay, enough niceness, Lola.
All right, let's go take a look.
Come on, let's go show people. Here it is. The 24A Li. That's what you guys are looking at. I'll give you a quick walk around. This model's white. It is dually. Right there. It is also all-wheel drive, so it's kind of lifted a little bit. That's nice, right? High seating position.
Oh yeah, the seating position is, it's definitely like being in a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Very high.
Of course, you got the Mercedes, which everyone loves. Yeah, we got some bugs on there, so it's kind of, but I like how they've at least color coordinated all of this up here. That's nice.
Here,
Yeah, so overall, it looks pretty good.
Because it's lifted, I guess
Yeah.
would that be the leaf springs that we're seeing under there?
Well,
I mean,
this
I'm
is the
not-
suspension, but yeah, this doesn't have like an upgraded suspension. This is the standard that it comes with, which is on leaf springs. So I would definitely recommend getting a VB Air Ride with this. But just a quick, hey, morning. We've done a ton of videos on these, and we'll talk about driving it in this video. But because this is so long, this is the extended part. I would recommend, if you order this, it's an upgrade, get the VB Air Ride. It'll make it a lot easier. It's not difficult or anything
the
to
VB
drive.
air suspension.
Yeah. I think it's called VB Air Ride,
Is
Lola.
it? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So one of my favorite things on this is back here. Check out the e-bikes. Did we use the e-bikes this weekend? These are the electric e-bikes. We definitely got 2 of them in here, but we
Yeah.
didn't use them. We saw some friends and they had like a golf cart.
Yeah.
So we wound up not needing it. So I like that you have all this storage back here. Now all of this is taken up with these e-bikes for sure. But that's great. I didn't have to put anything on the outside. I could throw them in here. And you guys will see, we have we have like some rollers, some carry-ons that we're keeping our luggage in.
Suitcase
Yeah,
that we're
but
keeping our clothes in.
yeah, this has got tons of room. So yeah, you know, I like this, the garage, and then it's got a permanent bed, which will go in. We'll show you guys in here. The AC's on up there. There you go. So this has power door.
Very nice.
Yes,
Power
very
doors.
nice, very nice. Now we're looking at another thing that I really like about this desk situation going on right here. You want to go in, Lola?
Sure.
I like this too. So by the way, Lola's a big fan of these seats, right?
I'm a big fan of the whole ginseng package.
Yeah, this is
Now,
really nice.
The way Coachman is doing it, you get the
Look at
ginseng.
Lola's trying to show off her fancy bag that she got, blue and ginseng. What is the bag? If this is ginseng, what's your bag called? Mint? Sorry, I interrupted you.
Completely threw me off.
Oh.
Okay. It is baby blue, powder blue.
Okay. You were saying about the gents. I like that. I think you like that. You always like cars and stuff that have this in it, right?
What I was saying is I really like the ginseng package the Coachman is doing,
Mm-hmm.
which basically means you get the ginseng leather seats with the white cabinets and the black accents.
Yeah, and this flooring.
And you get
which
this
is like
pontoon style,
yacht
style
type,
flooring. It all goes well. Very nice.
Yeah. So in order to get it, you have to get the white cabinets, and they have the black hardware on it. And yeah, that's just how it is right now. So that's really cool. Mercedes, like I said, all the bells and whistles here. I'll try to go over that. Very complicated, over-engineered stuff, but you have to spend time with it to figure it out. Lots of storage, like I said. Here's all the controls. There's a TV up here you can connect to. So this spins around. I'll show you guys, And then you have access to that table. There's another table here for the passenger, right? And more storage and stuff in there on this. And then here's a Garmin. This one is a static Garmin that's right here. I kind of wish they would have put it over here, but the other one that's in the back, this other one here in the back, comes off. So you can grab it, come off, and then control stuff. Using this has been relatively easy to figure out everything. The AC is on right now. I could turn that on, off.
Control all the lights.
Yeah, control all the lights and everything with it. So yeah, this is cool. We'll get more in depth. I just want to do the intro. So I like permanent bed, garage. Then there's this desk here, which is all cool if you want to spend some time in it with another person. The downside is the side bath. So here we can just show this. You have some stuff in here probably?
I do. A couple of things in
here. Yeah, but side bath, not as much room as a rear bath, but you can still do what you need to do. Full-size toilet, which is really important. Like I have Crohn's, so you know, it's nice to have a full-size toilet in there, and you can use it. There's a vent and all that kind of stuff in here, so you can separate it. Lots of cabinetry. There's a is this an air fryer or convection oven here?
Convection microwave.
Yeah, we don't do too much. We don't do too much cooking in the van.
And I thought this was kind of nice, the way that the beds can lift.
Yeah.
Into that reclining position.
Yeah. Very nice. And then of course you've got right above it here, you've got the Aventa, the Truma Aventa. You know, and you still have a Max fan over here.
Let me see. Oh,
Max fans here.
Right.
So this particular layout is really what I like, and I think this layout makes it easier to be like a couple doing this, right? You don't have to spread and unspread your bed and make it up and all that kind of stuff. The trade-off of that is, you know, that some of the different floor plans, you can get 2 seats behind, you can have some different seating option. This particular weekend when we were hanging out with some friends of ours, we didn't really, you know, we couldn't take them in this van, right? Because this only sits 2 people. But when you are 2 people in here, it's relatively comfortable. Lola could sit, or I could sit here and use this table. Lola can use it. You can switch all that around. That's what I liked about this. That's why I thought this would work out. If you're looking for a Class B, you know, there's some really cool things about this. There's a few things that, you know, I would change, or maybe some upgrades I would do myself or whatever. We'll talk all about that in this video. We'll show you guys all the places we went to and all the fun that we had. But the biggest part of all of this, I'm gonna assume you're gonna agree with me, Lola, as we walk back out here, is the scenery, right? Like, to have a nice big van is cool because we learned, we got rained on. We got stormed out where we couldn't.
We did. We did.
Yeah.
And it was great to have a place to go back to and hang out until the rain passed.
You could just chill in it, you know.
You know,
yeah,
but I think overall the biggest part about having a van is that it takes you places.
Yeah.
And that's what this weekend was about, or that's what this time that we spent is about, is that we have this, but what can we really do with it? Can you just get this and get on the road without a lot of preparation, you know, and
that's true.
Go out there and enjoy being out.
Right.
Which is what the van is for. I think it's a home, but beyond that, I think it's like a vessel that takes you places. You can have experiences like this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that, you know, the whole point of van life is that, one, you don't need to bring everything with you, right? You're really changing location all the time, and you don't know what you're going to do. So you can make plans, and it helps to make plans, right? You can stay at campgrounds. We don't really do that often. We do a lot of boondocking. We maybe stay with friends if we're somewhere where there's friends. We use Harvest Host. We go to Cracker Barrel and stuff like that at night if we don't have any other plan. Yeah, there's a bunch of places like that. Some places will let you park overnight. I really like to not make plans and discover things along the way, and that's one of the things you can do with a van, and change your location all the time to like this. You know, and this particular park, I don't think you can overnight here. You know, we just came, but look at this. It's early in the morning. It's a Sunday morning. It's so nice out here, right? And the other thing, yeah, I'll turn it around here in a second. The other thing I would say to folks, like you mentioned, is that you don't really have to like gear up too much to do this. We just got on the road.
And that's what we're going to share in this video. That we
Yeah.
got the van. We basically packed a couple of clothes,
Yeah.
toiletries, forgot
Yeah.
some things, but I'll show you what I
Yeah.
did to solve that. And we just went. All we knew was we wanted to go to St. Augustine, and we were going to go to
Yeah.
Panama City Beach.
Yeah, so in this
That's it.
video, you guys will see we went to St. Augustine one weekend because I was working with Sam Andrews, Sam Andrews Custom Leather. He makes leather goods. So we went out there. That was work, you know, making a video for another channel there. And then we just had fun after that. That was like a few hours, well, actually most of the day on Saturday, I think. And then we were just like trying to discover stuff, driving around looking for things. And then this weekend, kind of like the same thing. We said, okay, let's go out to the Destin area. We have friends out here, and yeah, we just came. So we'll share all that with you guys, and hopefully by the end of this, we'll you know, we would have gone
Giving
somewhere
you,
along the way.
and give you a better look of what it is to be in like a sprinter in the
Yeah.
Galleria, right?
Yeah, yeah. Specifically the Galleria, and we'll talk about the things that Coachman does to help you to have fun and not think too much about where you're going and all that kind of stuff or what's going on. So yeah, let me close this part out, like Lola's saying, just by sharing that beautiful Gulf with you guys. Nice view. It's nice and cool out here.
Oh yeah.
Nice breeze in the morning. Yeah, very nice. We are actually back at the hacienda. We're back home. It's a Sunday. Lola's got to go to work tomorrow, so this is the end of the weekend. This weekend, we did 2 weekends with this Coachman Galleria 24A, and I just wanted to do like a sit-down video where we talk to you guys, and maybe roll in stuff that we want to talk about the different points of this particular van. You know, we do a lot of walkthroughs. We look at a lot of different vans. To have the opportunity to actually borrow that van and take it out and put some serious miles on it, that is incredibly valuable.
Yeah, it gives a different perspective for sure. Speaking of miles, how many miles did we put on this?
I gave it to you. What is it? You can read it to me. It's okay.
1,023 miles is how much we put on this.
Yeah, we did 1,000 miles in 2 weekends.
Yep.
We kind of like had it for a week, and we bookended that with 2 different weekends, so we can really get a chance to experience it. If you want to know more details specifically about the van, I would say look at the walkthrough videos. You know, we've got several of them here on the channel you guys can look at. But if you want to know what it's like to actually have this 24A and use it, that's what we want to talk about. So yes, 1,000 miles. We stayed in Florida.
Right, we stayed in Florida. What was the miles per gallon?
I think it was around 14. What did
14.3.
Yeah, so 14 miles per gallon. It's diesel. So obviously diesel is a little bit more expensive, and then you have DEF to deal with. I think I put gas in here maybe 4 or 5 times, but I didn't have to.
Well, we definitely didn't do the DEF.
No, we didn't have to. Something will come up and indicate that.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah, and it's not super difficult. There's a ton of videos if you have to do it. I don't think I've had to do it so far, even though I've driven these vehicles. So
what was the drive experience? Driving a Mercedes as a Ford guy, coming from a Ford to a Mercedes.
This doesn't have as much power as the Ford Transit. I mean, that's just hands down. So in terms of horsepower, it doesn't have it. It has close to the Ford Transit torque, and that's what's important because you're moving all this weight. So it has close to the torque. The Ford Transit, in number, if you look at numbers, some people don't care.
Right.
The Ford Transit beats it and everything, but it does have a lot of torque in here. So it's adequate and does what it needs to do. I think if I bought this and I was living with it, I would probably, you know, there's tuning that you could do.
Okay.
So we've talked to some owners of different Sprinter vans, and there's tuning that you could do. There's a lot of things out there. Like we've spoken to the guys at Freedom Van Go.
Right.
You know, they love Sprinters. So I would go
Yes.
to Sprinter folks like that and definitely have it tuned if you need that punchiness. But it was
Okay.
enough to drive us this heavy, completely built out van with a bunch of stuff in it.
Yep.
And yeah, we did everything we needed to do. Yeah, and we were able to do the speed limit and more than that. So
Yeah. Well, I drove it, and for me, I really enjoyed the ride height. That I got to sit up so tall. That was nice.
yeah. This is pretty high.
Yeah.
This is higher than anything else.
Yep.
And that's the Sprinter. You know, the Sprinter being all-wheel drive, you've got some height on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like that. I thought that visibility was also great.
Yeah.
The HID headlights were really
Awesome.
good
Yeah.
at night
Yeah.
To drive with.
Yeah. The van looks beautiful. People.
Oh yeah, it looks
A
beautiful.
lot of comments from people on that one.
For me, the seats were super comfortable to be in.
Okay.
And driving, I mean, there's a bunch of buttons on the steering wheel that I don't know does what,
Yeah.
which I didn't, kill myself to learn or figure out. I probably still wouldn't if I owned the vehicle. It's just too many buttons.
Lola's driving in her Hulk outfit. It's not Halloween, but Lola likes Hulk colors.
The Hulk is green and purple.
Yeah, exactly.
This is green and pink.
Okay, whatever, Lola.
On the verge of fuchsia, actually.
Pretty much
Green
purple to me.
And fuchsia or pink.
Hulk colors.
Whatever.
But
Now hang on.
what? Oh, you got to
You
put
put
the handbrake is right here. You don't
handbrake.
push it.
What about this? Oh, it's just a turn signal. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
turn left, right.
Wow, I got to show you how to use this. So this, you just down, puts it in drive, and you got to take the handbrake off.
Left, right, and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the handbrake off.
And it's still running, right?
And then, yeah, you just put this down in drive. You see right there is you're in park.
Yes,
So
left
down
is
is drive,
this.
up is, okay. It's a lot like a Tesla used to be, Lola.
Tesla was never this.
Yeah, Tesla had a Mercedes system when it had the stock. I think your Model Y was like
I had a
that.
stock. I didn't have a stock in a Model Y.
Yeah, you did.
Are you sure?
Yep. Positive.
I don't
Very
remember
sure.
that.
Yep, you did. They bought it, they got it from Mercedes, and then they switched away from it.
Where I had a stock. Guess it's been so long I don't remember that. There we go. It's better. Now that I've been driving, I might need a little adjustment.
Okay.
Don't worry.
This is why I don't let you.
Hands. You look so freaking tall in that chair.
This is why I don't let Lola drive. I don't have. My heart cannot take it.
Stop it. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Let go of the control. You'll be okay. And I think you've kind of loosened the seat for me because it's very comfy.
I don't know what that means.
It means that your butt print is very comfy right now.
Okay, She-Hulk.
Like I said, the Hulk is green and purple. This is not purple.
In Lola's old age, she is not capable anymore of seeing colors, apparently. Because
Crazy.
that is freaking purple right there.
This is not purple.
And that is green.
This is not purple.
So, okay.
This is
All right.
pink.
It's a purple pink.
Not even. It's pretty
Okay.
pink.
But one of us can't see colors, probably.
I'm gonna say that's you. The steering wheel is very. It's not heavy at all. Like it's loose, comfortable. Besides that, it drove great. I had no issues.
Eventually,
driving
you would
at
figure
all.
it out.
Probably.
Yeah, I think that Mercedes tends to, and then this thing's gonna react because I said, no, it
Tends
didn't.
to over-engineer everything.
Yes, and I mean, from the steering wheel, there's two completely separate menus you can go through
I imagine.
on things. But in time, you will figure that out. They've been building these vans for a while now, and yeah, there's a lot of information. And then there's also physical buttons to do a lot of stuff.
Which
So like
is
getting
good.
the AC going and
Yeah,
all that.
going and temperature dialing. I'm glad that there were buttons for that.
Yeah.
I
Apple
found it
CarPlay is
odd
easy.
that there was no like mirrors on the visors though. I was
Yeah.
missing that, not having a mirror on the visor
Yeah.
for either driver or passenger.
Yeah. I mean, we have them down right now, so I could probably show you guys that. Check that out. There are no
Yeah.
mirrors, but you can do an aftermarket thing for
Oh,
that.
easily from Amazon. I know
Yeah.
I can get something
Also,
to clip
this is
on.
not a digital rear view, but that's just that comes with the chassis
For the
nowadays.
chassis, okay.
But I think that it's weird that we still had like whatever chip issues or whatever
From
from
COVID, from
yeah
back
from
in the days.
yeah from the
The
apocalypse.
yeah, pandemic.
I think those are things that if you're looking at chassis and you want that stuff, you want to make sure you get it. But it's got every other bell and whistle on here, though. It had lane keep assist.
It did.
Yeah. So it had the warnings, everything.
Blind spot detection.
Easy to drive.
Yeah, it did have that.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I found was a little weird was the backup camera. Once you go into reverse,
Right.
but then you're out of reverse and you're driving, that backup image stays on your screen for like a little while before it goes away.
Well, yeah,
So-
switching over to CarPlay or probably Android or something. Yeah.
So I mean, that was a little weird because I was driving and I was expecting it to just go back like immediately once I go into drive from reverse, but it would keep that backup camera image a little bit longer before it would go back. So
Yeah, I don't know. That might be a setting in there. That's just something to do with the UI, I think. None of those things are really big.
No,
For me, the
just
biggest
observations.
yeah, the biggest issue I would say, like as a con of this, right, which goes along with it being all-wheel drive and higher, which I like, is that it's a little bouncy. It is, even though it's a dually, it's a little bouncy. And I think it could benefit from VB Air Ride or suspension upgrade or both of those, that kind of thing. It'll be nice if it hunkered down a little bit. See, that's the thing. The Transit is hunkered down, and so designed right off the bat for driving on the road. And when you get off road with a Transit, now you want to think about, okay, now how can I get a lift? So this is already lifted, and I think when you're on road though, you get a little bit of that. But I've driven different Sprinter vans with VB Air Ride and suspension systems and things like that, and they drive a little bit better. So now those are upgrades, and they cost more money. I would definitely do that if I was going to live with it.
Okay. I think probably the thing to me that would be more important is probably like the lithium package, the power, and the AC.
Yeah, but now we're not talking about the chassis side.
Okay.
Now we would be talking about the RV side.
The RV side of living, okay, and then living with it. Okay, well, you want to talk about living with it?
So if you want to talk about the RV side, Coachman built side for the Galleria, the Li, right? The lithium, it was freaking awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Second generator.
Yeah, there's an
Second alternator, sorry.
Yeah, there's another alternator in here, so every time it's on. Right now we happen to have it on because, we're sitting up front here. We're running the AC in the back too. But we're sitting right at our house, just right out in the open, and it's hot. So we have everything running, but once the engine is on, if you're driving or whatever, it's charging up those batteries. It does it pretty fast. I think there's a time limit of how much long you can idle a Mercedes.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what that is, but there is a time limit. But what I found in our everyday driving, this isn't really everyday because we're sitting here doing the video and we don't want to sweat or anything. But in everyday driving, I found that it was just every time I checked, it was either 100% charged or 90-something% charged.
That was impressive.
We were running the AC all these weekends. We were out in the sun for the most part.
We did not plug up.
Yeah, there was some rain and stuff, but yeah. So Garmin now comes with the Galleria, and I think eventually it's going to go to the Beyond, maybe Nova. But right now it's in the Galleria. So the Garmin is movable, and so this is the panel that you can move around. It goes to sleep, but there is a button on it to turn it on. You got to give it a second here when it turns on. And then you can just press anywhere. I find it really easy to use. If you want, can you hold this up for me like this, Lola? Yeah. So here you go. So let's say, you press anywhere. Right now we're looking at general, it's on home. You can go to the lights specifically for the van, and then you can I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm dimming stuff and all that. Then you can look at your fluids, and you can check your power stats. So the inverter is on right now, and it shows you, let's see, where is it? Right there, house battery 99%, and we're running the AC currently in the back, and it's 99%. So, but that's because the engine is on. But even if we shut it off, it would still keep running. If you go back to home, you've got, so you can turn interior lights off, all the way off, on. You can 50% dim. Go back to off, on. There we go. Exterior lights. You've got all tank heat, water pump. All this stuff is here. The important things that you would probably want to know, right? You can see your propane, house battery, chassis battery, interior temp. If you click on that, it goes to AC mode, and it's on cool. So you can see it's on right now. So all of this is just really easy to use, right? There was so the people who see quickly, there's some kind of error there. I don't know what it is. I don't know how that necessarily clears, but the AC and everything's running fine. So, and then when you exit out of that, you can go back to home, go back to light specifically, or whatever you want to do. That's really, to me, very easy to use. So now if we switch over to here, right on the desk, right? So I'm sitting here at the desk, and on the desk is this one. This, if you have everything shut off and you come in the van, because this is stationed in the back, and you probably didn't take this with you. So you would come here, this comes on and off really quick, and it has all the same stuff, lights, all of that. The only thing I found is if you're coming in here in the dark, or you're leaving and it's nighttime and you want to shut everything off, if you're it's kind of tough to see it, like, you know, because you got this here, or whatever. So I would prefer it over here, maybe. You know, that's just my preference. Or it might be fine right here, but just give me a switch there that's all lights on or all lights off. That's just my feedback on that. I don't know what you think about that, Lola.
No,
Any
I
thoughts?
agree. Coming into the coach, like I've just come in, I need to put the lights on, but I've got to come down here and look for it to press it. It wasn't
Yeah,
very,
break your neck.
Yeah, it wasn't very user friendly.
Yeah, and
so
especially
I
at night.
Yeah, especially
Like
at
right
night.
now, it's very visible to see, but at night, if you're like, okay, I want to shut everything off, so now you're in darkness, and then you're going out the door, which I would prefer. And I think you can attach your phone. We didn't really do it because, you know,
you can control it.
we had this, so I didn't really do it. But that's just my feedback. I really like that. I like this desk. I like that you have another monitor / TV here. There's another one in the back. What's the other stuff you want to talk about this?
I know you like the desk because you can sit here and work, pull out the extra extension.
And then there is a table for you.
Check it out, Lola.
So one of the things we have to tell people, I think you had this on your note for the interior.
StrangerPalooza business.
This is a 1 or 2 person van.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But definitely we can both eat, work here, and sit. And then you have the bed back there. But because you have the permanent bed, you don't have any extra seats like when we went. So we'll talk about places we went.
Yep.
But we went somewhere and our friends had to come pick us up and take us around, you know, if we were all going to hang out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hang out all with your
because you
people.
can't seatbelt anyone else. But that's part of this 24A floor plan. When you decide that this is the floor plan for you, then you already know your use case, and you know you're not going to have to worry about bringing grandkids with you or carry friends or anything like that.
Right.
So you already know that.
Yeah.
So it's not a negative. Like I said, I think it all depends on what you plan to do with it. I just noticed when we went to get our friends, I was like, oh wait, shoot, we can't bring them with us. Because of the floor plan.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And that's just, I mean, look at this open space. This is really awesome. Like I said, if you're going to do Class B, I think the white cabinets help for the sense of space. And then there's so many windows here that you know, give you that.
You're bringing a lot of sunlight. You know, I think this doorway is great.
Yeah.
We don't have a doorway like this in the Ford Transit. But coming in with groceries or anything like that, I don't have to put one down and come in. I can just literally walk in with both bags at the same time.
Stuff in,
You know, this entryway, it's awesome.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. And one of the things with this space that I would say is even though you can't have another person in here, you can definitely have a pet.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if they have a pet carrier, how you secure that down, I don't know, but you could probably come up with ways or figure out something where you could secure it, especially back there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, like, your pet has room. I mean, I would have like even a big dog back here
You
if
can.
that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and that dog would be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they
Are you
provide
showing
you. They
this?
provide you with
The
this
bowls.
already.
We didn't
Yeah.
use those.
But they provide you that.
We are trying. Someone's gonna buy this, so we're trying not to like mess up everything in here and be very gentle with it. Do you want to go back here, talk about the beds? The seating. This seating was very comfortable, right? Very comfortable. They've got like a new cushioning, and then that extends back to the beds.
And
We put this stuff on it, but you can dress the beds however you want.
So with the beds, the one thing that I think is really nice is this.
Right. Let me ask you, how many times when you had that up? It is nice.
Listen,
but how many times when you had that up did you bang your head?
This is me we're talking about. I'm accident prone with my head. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean obviously don't get
Couple
up like this a couple of times. You know, but this is great. It's a
a couple,
for people
3, 4, 5, 6,
for
7, 8, 9
people
times.
for people that actually need to sit in an upright position. This is great
Yeah, it is
for
nice. Yeah.
if
And there's
you
a
have,
TV
yeah,
here.
for acid reflux at night. If
Okay.
you
Yep.
snore at night, being able to sit in a reclined position all helps that. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed that
This
position.
AC is kicking back here. One thing I would say, if I was to give, I love the cabinetry from Coachman, but if I was to give any advice, like maybe going forward, some of these we can do with doing like soft-sided
Soft bags,
bags.
mhm.
Yeah, that would help with banging your head and stuff, but tons of storage. We still got stuff in here. We haven't taken the time to take stuff out, but tons of storage back here. Sorry, Lola, for reaching over
Okay,
you, but
I got you.
there's just a ton of storage, and we didn't even really get to throw everything. You know what I was saying to people? When you buy a van, you don't need to like gear up and get a bunch of stuff. You could just get on the road.
And
Just,
go.
yeah, throw your basics. I had to put my sleep machine in here,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, stuff like that. There's a place called Dollar General everywhere.
Wow, that's what I was gonna say. So,
Yeah.
speaking of getting up and going, the first weekend,
Right.
that's what we did. We packed, the essentials, right, clothes, and we got on the road. And that night, we actually stopped at Buc-ee's and had dinner at Buc-ee's. And if you've not stopped at a Buc-ee's as an RVer, you need to stop at Buc-ee's. I don't know how and why you've never come across a Buc-ee's. Well,
There's
I
a
guess
Busy Bee thing
if
here
you're
in
on
Florida.
the-
We tried. I did not
if
like
you're on
it.
the West Coast,
for all
there's
the
no
people who like
Buc-ee's.
Busy Bee, whatevs.
I guess there's none on the West Coast, so there probably are
Buc-ee's,
people.
they're starting to build out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Buc-ee's is crazy, insane.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of candy sweet you can think of, jerky, sweets,
Yeah.
fudge.
Yeah, we stopped
brisket,
at Buc-ee's when we were,
crazy.
because we didn't go far enough into the Gulf. Like if you have to go to Alabama to get to a Buc-ee's, but when we went to St. Augustine, when we got out there, we went to
Yeah,
St.
there's a Buc-ee's
Augustine.
out there.
I went to do some work for another channel. A friend of ours owns Andrew's Custom Leather, so we went to make a video on that, and they're
his
in
shop
St.
is in
Augustine.
Well, actually now he's in Hastings.
Yeah,
So that's what we did the first night.
and
So
we
the
stopped
next-
at Buc-ee's and got
Buc-ee's
food,
and
ate
got
in the
food,
van.
had dinner,
Yeah.
ate in the van and everything. And the next morning, I come to realize that, oops, I didn't pack face wash and I didn't pack lotion. So what do we do? Dollar General.
Yeah. I mean, you have Dollar General, you got Walmart.
Practically everywhere, but Dollar
a lot of
General
stuff.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
Walmart may not, but Dollar General definitely is everywhere.
Yeah,
And
they're
we-
doing Dollar General Market now,
Yep.
which is kind of like, I guess they have some fresh stuff. And
They had fresh produce and they
Yeah.
had chicken, and I had never seen one before.
Mhm.
But went to Dollar General and got the essentials and got all our drinks from there because Buc-ee's is a little pricey. So
Mhm.
we did the drinks at Dollar General, and then anything else that we'd forgotten, plates, forks and spoons.
Yeah,
we
we
got
went
from
to a
Dollar
couple.
General.
I think we did shopping. So you got Publix. You can always grab like food and stuff like that. We don't do a lot of cooking in the van, so for us, it's just doesn't. We might microwave. We might make tea in
Yeah, I
the
would,
van or
yes,
something like that.
yes,
but we don't
but
do
our
a lot of
burner,
cooking.
the burner, I've never used a burner in our coach, but I do
We might
use
barbecue outside.
Yes, I do
Yeah.
grill outside, and I do use
Yeah.
the convection microwave
Right.
to reheat things or cook things.
Yeah.
But I typically don't.
It's
use
like
the
some people
stove.
don't use the bathroom.
Right.
For whatever, there are people who just don't need to use the bathroom. They
Mhm.
travel all over the
Yeah,
country,
we've met some
and
people.
and it's efficient so far as using the bathroom. I beg to differ, but I have Crohn's, so I try to, I need to have a bathroom if things get
Mhm.
crazy for me. So that's just my thing. But for us, we just don't cook. And there are people who do a lot of cooking.
Do a lot of
in the
cooking,
van,
and I
so
think that if you're that
so,
if you're
yeah.
that person, this van is also great because of
Yeah.
that great big size fridge and freezer
Yeah.
that comes with this floor plan. It's great, so you can pack everything you need.
Right.
But for us, for
Mhm.
breakfast, Saturday morning we had breakfast in I think Hastings, Florida. We dined at a small diner there,
Mhm.
Magnolia Cafe, which the food was great.
Yeah.
Everything was so fresh.
Yeah.
It was
We
really
like
good.
discovering places to
Mhm.
eat, and we like just seeing other people.
Yeah.
Sometimes you chit chat with different people. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
And I think getting out there and dining and eating different foods, that's part of the travel. So that
yeah.
to me is the fun part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think after that, then we did we then go get soft serve, or was it the
One of those not
custard? It was a custard ice cream
yeah,
place.
custard. Yeah, everything's a blur. But I think we did go someplace and
We
get
did
custard. I could probably
the
roll
Twisted
in.
Turtle
Yeah.
Creamery.
I was trying to get a lot of sunrises and sunsets in this
Hmm.
video, but it just did not work out.
Yes,
You
that
know.
so that evening. Speaking of that, so that evening we went to the St. Johns River.
Yeah, we went to the East Bank so we can
Hmm.
get the sun coming down on
Yeah, and what
the West
happened
Bank.
when we went over there?
So we would drive. First of all, that area is beautiful, and that's really what I love about a van,
Hmm.
that you can just discover things and places.
Hmm.
So we've lived in Florida for a long time. I think since 2003 or something. But it's always cool to discover things. So we were driving along the bank, and there's like all these really nice houses, and then we found a park where there was a public boat ramp to
Hmm.
drop your boat, and there was like a parking spot. We parked up there, and we're like, this is perfect.
Perfect.
We could see the sun go down, we could get the van in there, and we had this particular camera all set up. And then we went out to place the camera, and we got attacked by no-see-ums, gnats, or I call them
A s-
tootsie flies,
A
which you think is
sworm.
yeah.
Whatever the heck
Yeah,
those
they were
things
biting.
are.
They were biting. It was
yeah.
painful.
Oh yeah.
So, and we've still got welts and stuff like that on it. So I left the camera, rushed back to the van. Like maybe 100 of those things came
Followed
in,
us in.
and we are like killing them. And then there were other people. I'll roll in some of that. There were other people coming up there to do the same thing.
And then quickly running back to their cars.
Yeah, yeah. So we wound up. I think it was really hot, and the battery I think died. And then neither one of us. I volunteered Lola to go out and get it.
And I said nope.
Yeah. So we stayed in the van, which was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw the sun go down.
We did.
We didn't capture the whole thing,
Nope.
but we saw it in comfort in AC. And that's what counts as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
Because there were a lot of families coming up there, and they would get so bitten up, and then they would run back to their car, and then they'll come back out. And
even some came with spray, and they'd spray themselves, and like 5 minutes later, they're swatting themselves again. And
yeah, we were
back to the
hanging out,
vehicle.
eating,
It was
communicating. I think we were talking to one of the kids, or we were doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it was a bad location.
So, yeah.
That night, that particular night, I don't know. Maybe it gets better some other time of
It
year.
was still an adventure.
For sure. So then the next morning, we tried to catch the sun rise.
Right.
So we went to Vilano Beach in St. Augustine, which is actually like a drive-on beach. Some section of it, you can actually drive on. But the part you couldn't drive on, nor we would drive this heavy van on the beach either. But we went to Vilano Beach to try to catch the sunrise.
Yeah, I think you could drive this van on the beach. I think that, all of that's all variable stuff. I definitely didn't want to get this stuck on the beach, but I don't think that there was beach access.
Not where we
so
were.
Sometimes they close, because I remember there was some, there were like some sheriffs or something up there, and it was closed off. But yeah, that all depends on the conditions and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, we drove up there. We found the thing about this that it relates right back to the van, or this particular van, is even though it's bigger, I think most of the time we just parked in a regular parking spot. Sometimes I took up 2 parking spots.
Could, you took up 2 parking spots
like,
just to take up 2 parking spots.
Yeah, like if we were in Publix or something like that, yeah. But most of the time I just parked in 1 parking spot. A little bit of it hangs out, but it's nothing that other people can't clear.
Yep.
So, yeah, we did that there, and then what did we do? We went and walked out on the beach?
Yeah, we walked out on the beach to catch the sun coming up and everything, and that was beautiful. Aside from, again, there were gnats out there on the beach.
Yeah.
Those no-see-ums
out
there too.
So if you're wondering, the whole theme of this to me is that you could just jump in there and go and do things. We don't really plan to stay in campgrounds, and you can. I don't have anything against that. That's way more comfortable to stay in a campground. because a lot of times they have bathrooms you could use, like really nice showers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But we just get out there and boondock, and we stay in Cracker Barrels or Harvest Host or Friends and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, to be honest with you, if we're on the road long enough, we will just get a hotel if we feel like, oh, we want to get a nice long shower, or we just
we do
miss,
that.
like we feel like we need more room or whatever. So yeah, we just didn't make a lot of plans to do anything specific, but we still came across
Yeah, we still
good
did a
stuff to
ton
do.
of things because after the
Yeah.
sunrise, we drove to St. Augustine. I guess maybe proper is what you'd call it, but that's where all the tourist things are.
Oh,
The
because you
people-
wanted to go to the fort.
Well, I wanted to go to the Castillo de San Marcos because all the previous times we've gone,
Hmm.
you know, it's been like during the day,
Mhm.
lots of people there, parking is tough. But
Mhm.
when we went early morning, we had the place all
It was
to
nice.
ourselves.
Yeah. I didn't
It
really
was
want to
nice.
go.
You didn't want to go. I had to drag you
No.
over there, but then you enjoyed it.
No, it was cool. Yeah, it was
It was
nice.
cool.
It,
It
it's
was cool.
it's if you have your van, you can show up in places early. You can
Unannounced.
sleep in your van. You
Yes.
can't stay everywhere overnight,
Right.
but you can get there very early because you just basically can wake up, brush your teeth, wash your face, and drive.
Go.
Yeah, and then if you get to places early, you get to walk around
Yeah.
and have a nice time.
And
And
that
the
was
weather's
great.
good. Yeah.
That was the first time that I've been there in St. Augustine and had like the whole strip
Yeah.
to practically ourselves. Parking was easy. Parking this
Yeah.
van every place we went was pretty easy.
Yeah.
So that was a great experience for me because that was something I wanted
Right.
to do.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really. We've done it before with St. Augustine. We've done it, me and you and the kids.
Yeah, and
But that was nice. That's the first time I actually walked around the fort and
I
stuff.
know.
Yeah, so that was cool.
I made
And
to
that
explore.
was that weekend.
That was that weekend.
Boom, there you go. Yeah.
And after that, we had breakfast on our way back at Normandy's in Hastings.
Oh, we did.
And that's where you parallel parked this on the road, remember? On the street.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Forgot about, yeah.
I'll have to look at the footage of that. Yeah.
Parking there was again easy.
Yeah. So even this weekend, today we did the same thing. We got up really early, and then we went down to there's a bridge in Panama City Beach that, because it's weird out there to catch the sun going up or down.
Hmm.
A lot of people are going out on the pier, which you could definitely do. So they, you park somewhere, and then there's like public beach access,
Hmm.
or you can walk out on a pier, and then you need to look like east or west, right? So the sun's coming up, you could look east. Well, I was trying to capture the van to really illustrate to you guys, like the vans are the stars of this thing that we do, of
Yes.
StrangerPalooza.
Yes.
Not really us. So I was trying to capture the van and the sun going up or down. But in the Gulf, it's just not that
It
easy.
was difficult.
Yeah.
It was difficult. I mean, it wasn't so difficult as on the East Coast, but over there, and I guess maybe because it's just so much tourists that they've kind of like hunkered down on that beach view. That if you own something, everything was private property access, and it was kind of tough.
There's so
but
many variables too, because it's not just east west. Depending on what time of
Yes.
year it is, the sun's
the
coming up in a
angles
different.
are different.
But we went to this bridge, and there were people. It was a little shady out there, but but there were some people fishing out there, and there was some stuff parked out there. But we did actually catch the sun coming up, but it came up where we didn't even expect it.
on the wrong side of the bridge.
But I think we captured that.
Mr. My
Fair enough.
calculations
Yeah. Well,
are
I mean,
correct.
I'm not an astronomer.
Oh, but I thought men have a sense of direction.
Well, I guess you can always use AI or whatever, but hey, the sun came up.
It came up, and
Yeah.
we did capture it.
And then we drove over the bridge,
Yeah,
and
we
this
did.
morning we went to, I kind of worked from there backwards of the things we did, but then we went to, what was it, Grayson Park or something? I think that's where we,
I think.
yeah, that's where, whatever that was, that's where we did the intro
Mhm.
for this particular video. Very nice out there, especially
Yeah.
early in the morning.
Yeah.
The
Very
breeze
peaceful.
is coming off, so that was awesome.
Mhm.
But if we go back, we were in Panama City, and we were going around there.
And then we went to Destin.
Yeah, we went to Destin.
We went to Destin yesterday.
Yeah.
We spent the day in Destin visiting some friends.
Yeah, our friends Mark and Jennifer live in Destin.
And
So that
Destin is called the Emerald Coast. And I never related it to anything until I saw the water. Oh my gosh.
It's
The
called the
water.
Emerald Coast, Destin.
Mhm.
Oh,
The water
okay.
is green like an emerald. You saw it.
Oh, it's green, sometimes blue. Okay,
Yeah, it's
I
like
guess.
a green to
Yeah.
hunter green
In
to light
Florida,
green.
people
It
in
was
Florida like to go
beautiful.
to vacation in Destin. That's
Yes.
for real.
So
Yeah.
that was very busy, and again, a very tough place to pull off and park. So
Hmm.
what everyone does there is everyone's got a golf cart. So we
Yeah.
jumped on their golf cart,
Yeah. But we were
and
driving down 30A,
we
and we have
did.
footage of
We
that.
did.
We were driving down 30A just to scope it out, like
Mhm.
maybe for future things.
Mhm.
Um,
Because we
but
took
there was
30A to
actually
Destin.
some spots out there if right on. It's kind of tough, right? A lot of these places, like, they don't want you parking there overnight, so you really need to research that and find all your different. Like I said, we have
Yeah.
like different systems and things we use in terms of, like, Harvest Host is very useful, but not everywhere has, like, when we were in St. Augustine, there was only like two Harvest
Harvest Host,
Hosts,
that's
or
right.
yeah. Cracker Barrels are typically good. You can, like, we've even done Walmart and different places. A lot of times we do Friends. Sometimes we just sneak into places. Rest stops if you have to, but sometimes I just sneak in someplace, close everything, go. Yeah. And with the lithium batteries, you're not really running the engine or
Making any
anything.
kind of noise.
Yeah. So what did we wind up doing with when we got to Destin? What did we
Oh,
do?
so we had breakfast. We met them.
Okay.
We met them for breakfast, and then from there it was either go to the beach or jump in a golf cart and go tour Destin. So we jumped on the golf cart and toured Destin.
Yeah. Yeah. Which was cool.
It was
Tooling
nice.
around, tooling
Mhm.
around the. We've got a lot of that footage.
Yeah, tooling around, and you can sit, and so that we'll get to share the
Yeah. And that
that
golf cart
water,
is not really, what was it called? It was like a
an
LSV or
LSV or
something like that. It's got plates and everything.
mm-hmm,
So it goes less than 30 miles an hour, but it does have plates.
mm-hmm.
It's a golf cart that can carry the four of us for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
that was a great time. So I
We
think
did like 25 miles or something just
mhm,
driving around
mhm,
on the golf cart.
mhm,
And then we were really like sightseeing and
yeah,
looking at different things down there. And then
and
we would
planning for
drive
the
right in up and down the
yeah,
beach.
and planning for the future. So I
Hmm.
think sometimes you have to visit a place more than once. First time to kind of experience it and learn a little bit of it, and then also to know for the next time. So I
Yeah.
think the next time that we're on that side of Florida, we'll have a
Yeah.
better experience and
Probably. But
places to go and do.
we did a lot of stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
personally don't need to, like, go lie on the beach. I know you want to do that, but I don't really care about it.
100%. That's the
Yeah.
whole point. Lie there,
Uh,
relax, think about nothing. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things for me. I grew up living on the beach. I tell you
Yes,
that all the
yes. You
time.
grew up living on the beach.
So
Yes.
it's just, I don't know. It doesn't hold any kind of special attraction,
Well, but I
but
think
it's nice to
yeah,
see
but I
it, of
think if you
course.
talk
But
about the vans being the star and the focus of of what we do of this content, I think this van has done a lot, gone
yeah, it
to a
was,
lot of places
yeah.
and seen a lot. If the
And
van can
people really
see.
liked it, and there were people checking it out and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But our friends Mark and Jennifer checked it out. What did they like?
Oh my
We
goodness,
didn't do a
they've been
video with them or whatever, but they were checking it out.
yeah,
Shout out to them. I'm
yes.
sure at some point they'll look at it. They're awesome.
They have a trailer and they're
Hmm.
considering their next thing that they want to get.
They have an Airstream. Yeah.
And when Jennifer walked in here, she was like immediately, I can do this, is what she said. And her husband Mark was like, what? You can do this? It's
Yeah.
smaller than our Airstream. She said, oh no, I can
But
do
it's
this.
roomy. It's just really has that. Now, obviously this can get cluttered with stuff.
Yeah.
And it would be worse if we didn't have that garage back there, I
To put
think.
things in.
And that garage is not super big, but it does help. Like, we've got 2 e-bikes in there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it is very roomy. You have a lot of storage. In some cases, maybe even too much, because I personally don't feel you need a ton of stuff. We were talking about this with them. Like, I
Yes.
feel like you don't need a lot of stuff. You just
Mhm.
need the basics. And I, for example, don't have a problem. Like, there's people who feel, we were having this discussion with them. Like, they
Yeah,
feel
I'm
they
sorry.
want something with a washer dryer
Oh
combo
yes,
in
the
it.
washer dryer
And
combo.
I'm like,
Mhm.
I like going to I go to laundromats all
laundromats.
over the country.
Yeah. Hmm. Well,
It's fun to, like, you're in the laundromat, you see different people.
you don't know until you actually start doing it. When
Yeah.
we first got our van and we would go out, I
Hmm.
would overpack. I'd bring all this stuff. I
Yeah.
didn't know what we needed and didn't need, and I'd make sure we had a ton of food in the fridge because I was worried about where we'd get food from. I mean,
Hmm.
now I barely want to go shopping before we go on a road trip.
I don't
'Cause
think you
know
really need to. And then you might,
I don't need to.
I always
Exactly.
find that by the time I get back here, I think whether it's me or you, it's always a bunch of stuff that you picked up along the way,
Mhm.
like cool things and things you would not have been able to have done if you were flying. You would never
That's true.
get that. You might have to ship it or something,
Hmm.
but you see something cool and you're like, oh yeah, I'll take that thing. And
Hmm.
so yeah, that's the. I think I don't know if we're at the end of the stuff we
We
did,
are.
but
We
I
are. I
think
think
it's awesome
we
to
can
have a
wrap
van.
up. Yeah, I think we can
Yeah,
wrap up our overall
yeah.
experience of
What?
this,
Okay.
having had the opportunity to take this Galleria out, and experience it.
Yeah, I think overall, this is me. I think overall, very good. I think Coachman's come a long way in terms of the development of this. I have another friend who's owned the Galleria, and I didn't even know it, going way back in the
Oh
days,
yeah. Uh huh.
right?
Yeah.
So my friend Jonathan,
Hmm.
it's come a long way, and it's always been a good product. Like he still has his, he's still good with it. But I think it's come a long way, and I think the folks at Coachman have put a lot of work into this. And this is just my personal favorite because I think it works in a lot of ways. But overall, very good. There's little things that I think you can modify yourself, or I would change overall, but that's just really my opinion. And I think for sure there's things you could do with the suspension system,
Hmm.
but I think we'll probably see some of that. What do you think?
I think so. For me, like I said, the suspension system is not that big of a deal,
Hmm.
but I get it. But so far as the coach being ready to go and serving the purpose of getting me out there to explore, it did just that.
Yeah.
It got me out there to explore, and we were able to park on the street or on the road, and
Hmm.
I didn't have to worry about like a hotel stay or even where we were going to stay because I'm now
Yeah.
familiar with Cracker Barrels and
Yeah.
different things like that. So I had a great time in this,
Yeah.
and I'm
You
happy
you
to have
know what
had
I
the opportunity
forgot?
to
There was
experience it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I forgot? When we went, we were trying to catch the sunset, and we went to, I forgot the name of the park. I think it's St. Andrews Park or something.
Hmm. Hmm.
And when we rolled in there, it was nice and sunny, and then all of a sudden it started
Oh
pouring
yeah.
rain. And I'm just saying this because it's a story about a van that I think will help wrap things up before, I know I'm cutting you off, but if you remember, it started pouring, raining down, and we were like, oh, we came all the way in here, and then we can't go out on the beach or do any, or ride the bikes or do anything. But it was very nice to just chill in the van.
Oh yeah. We ate. You had the Starlink up.
Yeah,
You got some work done,
yeah,
and yeah, and it was shelter. It kept us safe.
yeah,
But yes, I had forgotten about St. Andrews Park.
yeah.
Hmm.
This is a cool moving location, and that's what I love about vans, about specifically about Class Bs. I
Hmm.
think you can get better, you can get more room, you can get smaller, and all that kind of stuff. But it's just really fun that your home moves around with you. Yeah, that's my thing. But go
Yeah.
for it. I'll
No,
let
I
you
agree.
close this out,
I agree.
Lola.
I finished what I was saying.
You did?
Yeah. That the whole thing about the vans is that it gets you out there exploring and going places that you probably would otherwise not have gone or
Mm-hmm.
have seen.
Mm-hmm.
So getting the opportunity to use the Sprinter because we have a transit,
Mm-hmm.
but getting the opportunity to experience a Sprinter for
Mm-hmm.
2 weekends in a row, and it being the length that it is, 24 feet, which to me I always felt was too much. In terms of driving, not too much for the space. I love the space, but
Mm-hmm.
I was always fearful, like, oh, if I have to park in
Driving a
some
big bus.
place and
We only had
so
like
on and
one thing I think this morning where I just could not get in that spot because there were too many
yeah, there were too
cars.
many cars. It was
Yeah,
just too
but
busy.
but we
But
figured it out.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like I said, it was a great opportunity to drive a transit, live with a transit, and just experience what it's like to do the things we
Yeah.
do, but in this size.
Yeah, what would you like to try out next? Or maybe the
Uh,
folks can tell us, but what would
Oh,
you
you
like
know
to
what?
try out?
I would say leave your comments below. Let us know what you would like for us to try out next,
Yeah.
and
I
we'll
want
see if we
something
can
with a
make it
pop
happen.
top, Lola. If I
Pop
can
tops
make
are nice.
requests,
Hmm.
yeah, something with a pop top.
Pop tops are nice.
Yeah.
You never
Maybe.
liked pop tops before, but now you're all
I've
about pop
I've been
tops.
liked pop tops for years
Really?
now.
Oh,
Yeah, in the
just
beginning.
like you only liked a generator. Now you're all about the second
Yeah, I'm
alternator.
over the generator. Yeah, second alternator, man. You don't need a generator if you got decent batteries and a second alternator. Yeah, you don't need a generator.
Listen, this
Pretty
is
much, you
life.
got a
You grow.
generator.
It's good
Yeah.
to grow. You know.
Okay. Okay, Lola. Yeah. I'll let you have that one, and then we'll get out of here.
All
I'll
right,
let you end
wrap it
it.
up.
You end it.
Oh, I hate when you make me have to end it. But thank you guys for spending your time with us here today. I hope that our experiences help you in your process of figuring out what van you're interested in buying. But leave your comments below. Let us know what you're interested in seeing us borrow next to share with you. and we'll do our best to make it happen.
We'll see ya. Peace. Boop.